Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a nice day. So, today we're going to complete what we have stopped at, and we're going to move on page 10 and 11. On page 10, we have this conversation. First, I need you to listen to it. Just a minute.
Page 10. 4. Conversation.
I'm really excited that we're going to share an apartment to save money while we study in New York.
I am too. But you know, a lot of friends end up arguing about chores. So I was thinking it might be a good idea for us to divide up the chores before we move in.
Yeah, I do think we should discuss that. I'm sure we can work out a fair division of chores.
Of course, we'll each clean our own room. And since there are 2 bathrooms, how about if I clean one and you clean the other?
That's fair. And each week we can take turns cleaning the rest of the apartment.
Hey, do you want to do our laundry together so that only one of us has to go to the laundromat each week?
We're on the same wavelength. I was just going to suggest that.
I really don't like folding the wash. If I wash the laundry, would you be willing to do the folding?
No sweat. And how about cooking? I don't mind cleaning, but cooking is really not my cup of tea. Would you do the cooking if I did the cleaning up?
Sorry, but if there's one chore I hate, it's cooking.
Well, it looks like we're going to be eating a lot of takeout.
Okay, so in this conversation we have Adnan and Badr, and those 2 students, they are going to live together. Okay, and in this conversation they have to divide up the chores, which means the work that you have to do in your house, cleaning, cooking, and laundry. So they are dividing this up according to what they like and what they don't like. Now here we have phrases that some of them they used, actually Badr he used it in order to mean something. The first one is on the same wavelength, which means thinking the same thing, because he said we are on the same wavelength about doing the laundry. The next one is when Adnan asked him if you're going to be willing to do the folding the clothes, and he said no sweat, which means no problem, I can do that. And the last one, and I know that you're familiar with, which is not my cup of tea. And he talked about cooking. Does that mean that he likes cooking or he don't like cooking? He don't like cooking. So it's a polite way to say you don't like something. Okay? We're supposed to have discussion questions about the conversation, but because we're not together, we're going to do it inshallah later. Now we're going to have listening, and in this listening you're going to listen to a summary about Dr. Abdullah Rabia, a famous pediatric surgeon. You should know the meaning of pediatric surgeon. Then number his achievements in the correct order, in chronological order. In chronological order, meaning in the correct order of time of the events. Now let's listen.
Page 11. 5. Listening. Listen to a summary about Dr. Abdullah Al-Rabia, a famous pediatric surgeon. Then number his achievements in the correct order, in chronological order.
Dr. Abdullah Al-Rabia is highly respected in the medical field for his contribution to pediatric surgery and his expertise in separating conjoined twins. The work of Dr. Rabia and his team of medical specialists has enriched the lives of many children and their families around the world. Abdullah Al-Rabia was born in Saudi Arabia. From a young age, he knew that he wanted to help others and choose medicine as his career. He proved to be an excellent student, and by the age of 25, he had received a Bachelor of Medicine and a Bachelor of Surgery from King Saud University in Riyadh. He continued his studies in Alberta, Canada, where he was awarded a master's in pediatric surgery in 1985 and became a member of the Canadian Board of Pediatric Surgeons in 1987. Dr. Rabia soon returned to Saudi Arabia and became an assistant professor of pediatric surgery at King Saud University and a pediatric surgery consultant at several hospitals in the kingdom. From 2005 to 2009, he held the position of Executive Director General of Health Affairs at the National Guard, and in February 2009, he was appointed Minister of Health. In January 2005, Dr. Rabia and his team made medical history by separating a pair of conjoined twins after 15 hours of surgery. This was the 9th successful operation of its kind performed at the Health Affairs at the National Guard, Medical City in Riyadh. The twins' mother, from Poland, had heard of the excellent facilities there and requested help for her daughters. The 14-month-old girls were brought to the kingdom after Crown Prince Abdullah generously agreed to the operation. When the two girls finally came out of the operation theater, the relieved mother told reporters, "The day of separation of the twins is the happiest event in my life." In February, the Polish ambassador held a special reception to honor Dr. Rabia and his team for their outstanding achievement. This operation and others since prove that humanitarian assistance and medical care have no geographical borders. In April 2014, he was appointed as a consultant in the royal court.
Okay, so I suggest for you to stop the video here and to try to reorder those sentences according to the chronological order. Now, if you read all of them, you're going to know that the first thing anyone has to do before becoming a doctor, he's going to realize that he wants to become a doctor. So number 1 is going to be here. Number 2, he's going to study, and then he is going to graduate from King Saud University. Number 3, he's going to get his master's in pediatric surgery. Pediatric surgery, it's a kind of a medicine specialist specialist only on children. Okay. Number 4 is that he is going to be a member of the Canadian Board of Pediatric Surgeons. Number 5 is going to get back to Saudi Arabia, and he is going to be an assistant professor at King Saud University. Number 6 is going to become executive director of health affairs at the National Guard. Number 7, he's appointed Minister of Health. If you remember that, he became the Minister of Health here in Saudi Arabia. And in number 8, he and his team performed surgery on Polish twins. The last one, he is honored here. He is honored by the Polish community. Okay, now we have pronunciation. While most languages have the R sound, it is pronounced differently in different languages. Listen and practice the English R sound in these sentences. Now listen please and pay attention.
Page 11. 6. Pronunciation. While most languages have the sound, it is pronounced differently in different languages. Listen and practice the English sound in these sentences.
1. Dr. Rabia is respected for his contribution to pediatric surgery. 2. They have enriched the lives of children around the world. 3. He received a Bachelor of Surgery from King Saud University in Riyadh. 4. After the operation, the mother was relieved. 5. The ambassador held a reception to honor Dr. Rabia.
Okay, so if you pay attention, in English it's almost the same R, but you need to pay attention that it's different from the R that we pronounce in Arabic. Okay, now this vocabulary building, I wrote it for you in the electronic homework, so it's going to be a homework for you. You're just going to read the word and you try to match it with the correct meaning. So this is all for today. Please, if you have a question, then ask me. Have a nice day.